Hey folks, it's Eric on a Wednesday. That means it's comic book time. Today is, what is today? September 15th. These are the comics that I had pulled for me. It's not a lot this time. So let's start with Rorschach, issue 12, DC Black Label, Tom King. This is the final issue. I'm a little bit behind in my reading, so issue 11 is actually what's on top of my pile of comics to be read right now. But this is it. This is the end. I haven't been thrilled with this, but once I have a little free time after I've finished the series, I may read it all straight through and see if it works better that way than reading it monthly. But anyway, there you go, Rorschach. Dig that cover. Then we have Batman Urban Legends, issue 7, another book from DC. I dig that cover. Most of these covers I chose specifically. The comic shop guys, you know, they pull my comics when they come in, put them in my file, but then I go through and look at the alternate covers and see if there's something I like better. And this one I liked better than the regular cover. Let's see. We got some new I think this is all new stories. Because the first 6 issues there was a 6-part Red Hood and Batman story, and a 3 or 4-part Tim Drake, and a 3 or 4-part Grifter, and some one-shot stories, but this looks like it's all single little short stories. All sorts of different creators, different writers, different artists. But I like this book. Nice anthology book. Fight Girls, number 3 of 5. Frank Cho, great artist. First 2 issues were really good. Looking forward to seeing where this goes. It's an interesting story. Women competing to essentially become the queen of the galaxy. Excuse me. So there you go. Oh, it's from AWA Upshot. Love that company. Pardon me. Vampyverse, issue 1. So this is from Dynamite. I don't know who the creative team is, but so there's Sonjaversal, which has Sonias, like as in Red Sonja, from all across the multiverse. I believe this is the same thing, but with Vampirella. So different Vampirellas from throughout the multiverse. Again, I chose this specific cover. The one that was pulled for me was really nice, but I kind of dig this. I like the way that looks. So I grabbed that. Issue 1. I think it's ongoing series. Don't know. But I love the multiverse stuff. Then we have Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill tour. So this is a story that takes place between seasons 2 and seasons 3 of the Harley Quinn animated series. Season 3 is not out yet. The first 2 seasons were on the DC Universe streaming service, which is now just a digital comic service, and all the video stuff from there went to HBO Max. I absolutely love the animated series. I have both seasons on DVD. As a matter of fact, I have all the original DC Universe stuff on DVD. So I'm looking forward, as I always say, looking forward to this, to see what happens right after the events of season 2. Hilarious show. I'm trying to cut down on my monthlies, my floppies, and just pick up trade paperbacks and stuff, but sometimes you just got to get it when it's coming out. So that's from DC, and it's 6 issues, I think. It doesn't say on the cover. But it is a limited series. And then we have, speaking of collected editions, Savage Avengers, Volume 4, King in Black. This is a King in Black tie-in, obviously. What does this have? Issues 17 through 22. Savage Avengers is a really fun title. Very Conan-centric, but there's Dr. Voodoo, Doctor Strange, Elektra, Wolverine, Venom, Deadpool obviously is going to show up. Doctor Doom was in one of the storylines. So we'll see what happens. Good stuff. I don't think I've read the one before this yet. I've read like the first 12 issues, maybe? Not sure. But it's a lot of fun. And it's, who is it? Jerry Dugan is the writer. And then finally, we'll see how this shows up. It's wrapped in plastic. You might see me unwrap it. This is Batman. That's not too bad. Batman the World. This is a hardback. So this is Batman stories by creators from all over the world. There you go. You can see all the different places. So what I don't know is if this is just straight normal Batman stories from different creators from around the world, or if it's different versions of Batman from different parts of the world. Don't know, but I'll find out. But it seems really cool. Looks like it should be very, 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 very interesting. That's it. I didn't buy any extra stuff. Oh, but I did make a promise last week. I bought something last week as a gift for somebody, and I said I would show it if I can find it. I should have a picture of it. There it is. Okay, so hopefully you can see this pretty well. There you go. It's a Creature from the Black Lagoon beach towel that I bought for Hunter Shea because, like me, he is a huge Creature from the Black Lagoon fan. So when that popped up during a live video from the comic book store, I claimed it immediately. He has already received it, so I'm free to share it. Again, I doubt he's ever going to see one of these videos, but I didn't want to spoil it last week. But there you go. That's something I picked up last week. I have some claimed stuff that I didn't pick up. I'm going to pick some stuff up on Saturday. But that's it. That's the stuff that got pulled for me this week. Do I have a question? I don't know. I've talked about alternate versions of... I'm leaning over to where I put that stuff. Alternate versions of things. All right, well, let's do this. Here we go. Since we have Harley Quinn, the animated series book right here. Comic book fans out there, do you watch any comic book-based TV shows? Could be the Arrowverse stuff on the CW. Could be the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus, or the stuff that was on Netflix. Could be the stuff that's on HBO Max now that was on DC Universe, or even old stuff. Obviously, I think we can all say I am a fan. The Arrowverse stuff, oof. Never got into Arrow. I only watched it a couple of times when it wasn't part of a crossover. And just didn't really get into it. I did start watching The Flash when that premiered. Watched 3 or 4 seasons, but it just started to, I don't know, I felt the quality went down. I stuck with it as long as I could. I watched the first couple seasons of Supergirl. I enjoyed that show. Only watched, I think, the first episode of Batwoman, the first episode of Black Lightning, first season, and a little bit into season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow. That one was just too ridiculous in a bad way. I understand these are TV shows, and the CW's not a huge network, and they have a budget, but I just like, with Legends of Tomorrow, there's an episode where they talk about an army of robots, and you see 2 robots. And it's like, well, then either do a quick CGI or whatever showing an army of robots, or don't say an army of robots. But anyway, Yeah, the writing I felt got bad. Netflix, I watched the first season of Daredevil and part of the second season. Loved the first season of Jessica Jones. That's all I watched of that. Watched a little bit of Iron Fist, who's a character I love, but that show was not good. I have not seen Luke Cage yet. Did not see The Defenders. Did not watch Punisher. The DC Universe stuff. Loved Titans. Loved Doom Patrol. Really enjoyed Swamp Thing. Absolutely love the Harley Quinn animated series. And then, I mean, we could go back. I watched the old Shazam TV show, the old Wonder Woman TV show, all the old cartoons. You know, grew up with Spider-Man from 1966, the old Super Friends, all that stuff. I think Batman the Animated Series from the, what is that, the aughts? The 90s? It's got to be the 90s. Is possibly the best rendition of Batman, in my opinion. I think Kevin Conroy has the best Batman voice. Favorite show, though, for me... Excuse me. Oh, and I watched Incredible Hulk, the short-lived live-action Spider-Man show. Yeah, if it's comic book related, I'm at least going to check it out. Didn't get into Gotham. I don't know. It's tough for me to pick a favorite. I'd probably, off the top of my head, I'd say Batman the Animated Series. Just incredible quality all around. There's a soft spot in my heart for the old Spider-Man from 1966. You know, the animation isn't great. It has the greatest animated theme song, though. And I really, really love the R-rated Harley Quinn animated show. All right, I think I spent as much time talking about this as I did about the comics that I got. But there's your question. Do you watch comic book-based TV stuff? Do you have a favorite? That's it. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K. ARIKSMITH 5757. That's all I've got. So until next time, read more books.